Hola.
Hola.
All right, well, I'm Greg.
I'm Lisa.
And we are on our way to Spain. So can you believe that? All right, so, okay, well, I mean, we're not leaving like right now, but,
Yeah.
but we are going to be leaving here shortly. The next time you see us on this YouTube channel, we will be in Spain, which is super exciting. But before we do that, we should probably just give a little bit of context of why we're excited, why we started Dreaming Spanish. We went to Spain for the first time in the beginning of 2023. But I would say our kind of language learning journey started before that. I started in June taking lessons, and I was taking like 2 lessons a week for an hour each. I had spreadsheets that I had created because I was watching people on YouTube. I mean, I was really doing it.
Yeah.
And then you had...
I was a flashcard queen. I had about 4 different flashcards I bought from Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a YouTube guy who said that he had written a bunch of phrases in Spanish on one side, English on the other. And so I had all of these phrases I was trying to memorize.
Yeah.
And flashcards and Duolingo. I think that's...
Yeah.
But I was ready.
Yeah, we were ready. Like, we were going to get off that plane to be fluent. Not so much. So we got there, we got off the plane, and then we tried to figure out how we were going to get from the airport to the train station. We landed in Madrid. We were taking the train station from Madrid down to Malaga. So we went to figure out how we're going to get on the train, and we got to a place where we could buy tickets. At least we thought we needed them, but we were looking at the ticket machine. It was all in Spanish. The people around us were talking in Spanish.
Yeah, there was a bunch of different types of machines.
Yeah,
it was bad.
We didn't know what we were doing. So finally, we got up the guts after standing around, staring at each other for 10 to 15 minutes.
We were scared.
Lisa finally got the courage to go up and ask somebody, if they spoke English.
Yeah.
So, and then the person behind the counter told us that we already had the tickets.
Yeah.
So that was one small detail. So then we finally made it to the train that was taking us over to the train station from the airport. And that was like, it was kind of like freak out mode.
It was scary.
It was scary because everything was in Spanish. They were talking over the loudspeaker in Spanish, which is understandable. I mean, it is in Spain.
Yeah.
But
Go figure.
Yeah. But still, we were just kind of, we were just freaking out a little bit. So we finally made it down to Malaga. The taxi driver, we couldn't really...
Yeah, I think I said something to him about how we're learning. I had memorized this phrase in the train probably, that we're learning Spanish. And then he just shut down. And then that was the end of that.
Yeah, I was into that. So then we finally made it to our to the Airbnb, and the host was awesome, and we're actually going back and staying there again, so we can't wait to see him. But he was talking to us as best he could in English, and then when we were all done, the last thing we asked for was the password for the Wi-Fi. So, and he said, "It's welcome." How do you say welcome? And in Spanish. So
I was like,
yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah. For some reason I knew that. So it was, bienvenido. So I said that, and he was super happy. So
I didn't even know that.
Okay, so then, and this, I'm just telling you this because, it's funny. Hopefully you're laughing just like we're laughing. But so after that, we went down to get something to eat, and we just stopped at the first place that we could see. And they had something that said like para llevar on it, but we didn't know what that meant.
Yeah.
We just knew that we wanted to order something to go. And she was braver than I was. So.
No, but I had my phone, looked it up on Spanish dicting.
Dict, yeah.
And I think it said something, I don't know. I just went up there and was like, I'm just going to do it. And I went up there and said, tengo ir. And she looked at me, and we looked at each other.
Yeah.
And she didn't understand anything I said. And I think I finally just, she kind of gave me like a, oi, look. Yeah. And I think I just said it in English finally. Yeah. So that was embarrassing.
Yeah, so that was embarrassing. But by then we were just tired, so we went back and went to sleep. And then the next night we went to dinner. And this one was pretty funny even just thinking about it. But we were at dinner, and I wanted to have a glass of wine. And so what did I do? I looked it up on my phone. I did the search, and I was just trying to figure out how I'm going to say it. And our waiter had come over, and he asked us if we wanted something to drink. He took all of our orders, but I didn't order the glass of wine because I totally forgot. So he was gone, and so I just practiced the whole time. I was like, puedo tener copa de vino tinto. So I kept saying that over and over. I was like, and I was practicing. With Lisa and my son, and I was ready. And then as soon as he came over, I said, "Can I get a glass of red wine, please?"
So, it was funny. Yeah, it was funny because the guy was like running by,
Yeah.
So Greg panicked and was just like,
I just freaked out. So.
And then later we learned there was a better way, a more natural way to actually order. But
these are all just phrases
like
that
embarrassing phrases.
Yeah, exactly. So then, and there were a bunch of other things that happened, but I would say probably the biggest one that was a little bit sad and we can't wait to go back was there was somebody that at one of the restaurants that we really liked that was really close to where we were staying, and she was super nice. And
she just we had gone there because it was so close. We had gone there like multiple times, and she always tried to talk to us. And one time I think we asked something, and then she had this whole sentence, and then we just smiled and nodded and smiled and nodded. And it was like, and that was it. The rest of the time, we didn't really say nothing or talk or.
Yeah. So we hope she's still there when we go back. That'll be super exciting. But so anyway, I mean, that's kind of, and there are tons of other stories, but we're already at like 6 or 7 minutes here. So we don't want, we want you to watch the whole video. So we're going to try and make it as short as possible.
I guess the gist of it is really like one of the sad things, frustrating things, but more sad is that when you're in a foreign country and you don't speak their language, it's sad that your personality can't come through because you don't speak their language. So
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but this is not a sad video; it's a happy video. We're excited to go over there because this is like you've been studying for a test for a year, and this is the time where you get to take the test, and we get to see what Dreaming Spanish has done for us.
We have hope. There's been actually a few people. One comment in particular, I remember. She said that gives us hope. Because she said that she's been doing Dreaming Spanish for, I think at that time, only 150 hours. And she recently had gone to South America somewhere. And she was pleasantly surprised at how much she knew. So that's what gives us hope.
Yeah.
And that's going to be proof. When we go there, it's going to be proof that Dreaming Spanish works.
Yeah. And we kind of already have an idea because we've actually been doing crosstalk, which we're going to make a video about soon. And I don't know if you remember from our last video, but we said we were doing crosstalk with the daughter of our host when we were in Malaga. So when we were doing the crosstalk, he actually came into the room. And so we understood him much more than we did at any point than when we were there. So we already know that it's definitely has helped.
Yeah.
So
I think I am gonna try to memorize another phrase, of course. But we're going to memorize or just kind of have in our language, and hopefully it's just embedded in there. We're gonna say lo siento. Si hablas despacio, podemos entender, más o menos.
Oh man, that was good.
So that basically means I'm sorry. If you speak a little slower, we'll understand.
Yeah.
Or we can understand.
Right.
So we're going to kind of just throw that out there to kind of help people. And more than likely, they'll probably start talking to us in English. But,
or they'll keep talking fast and we'll just run away like we're scared. So, but
I know.
There's that. So anyway, so we just wanted to hop on here, share a little something. And I strongly recommend that we're going to be sharing our language experience there. So like, comment, all of the YouTube stuff that you do, hit the bell, all of that. Just so you can see our new videos that we post, because we're going to do our best and hopefully we'll get brave enough to eventually really just talking to the locals and recording it. And so that's our goal, and that's where we'll eventually get to.
Yeah, so, but we have hope. We really believe that Dreaming Spanish has brought us to a completely different level than the flashcards, even the personal tutoring and stuff like that has done. Yeah. So
maybe we'll see Pablo. I don't know.
He's in Thailand.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Alma's over there.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. So I think that's it. Is there anything else?
No.
Okay. So the next time you see us, Oh, we're going to be in Spain. That's going to be amazing.
Adios, familia.
Adios.